I have committed to a path because, quite frankly, I don't think I was going to be able to play this game otherwise. So, if this looks familiar, it's because we've already done this. And I have rerolled the campaign to a slightly easier difficulty, which is to say, the standard one. And I'm going to tell you about what else is going on the flip side. So the reason I re-rolled is because I figured there was no way in any world I was going to try to continue to play this game. I mean, I was doing okay-ish, I guess, on Veteran. But man, the first boss I ran into, like the first proper boss, I don't even know how many times I tried. It was way worse than Millennia, okay? I'm just saying. Second boss I got through. First one, I never did. And I just kind of realized, you know, I think I'm trying to do this in a way that's just not going to work for me. So I went ahead and re-rolled, and I got to fill you in on a couple things. So first off, we have whatever that power is. Oh, that's the one that increases melee damage for a time and decreases damage taken, I think. So we got that one. And then if I can find someone else over here like this guy, and this is a good one. Unfortunately, that was kind of a waste of that power, but we also have this guy, which looks like it's a cannon on the ground. That's just wrecking people because, you know, that's a thing to do. In fact, here, just because I can... Oh, okay, I hadn't tried using that yet. Interesting. Yeah, I think that made a weak spot right there. It sure did. Well, hi, how you doing? That cannon's going to run out of ammo here soon. The turret. Oh, hi. Wow. Okay, so definitely still a tough game. One of the things I've kind of gotten used to is that I can just abuse the Challenger's skill of basically not dying. But what I've done is I have found the Engineer archetype because I made it to the second overworld area in Narud before I re-rolled. And I thought, nah, what the heck, let's see if I like Engineer more than I like Challenger, because honestly, that's part of my problem too. I don't like the Challenger character. I don't feel very tanky. It doesn't seem to work for me. And I thought, well, let's give it a whirl. So we got a couple points into Vigor, a couple points into Endurance, a couple points into Expertise. Nothing really major to talk about in those terms. We have the heavy weapon over here for the Engineer, and then we're using the Juggernaut skill over here for the Challenger. Not quite sure how all this stuff works, you know, primary, secondary, whatever. I might want to switch Challenger back to primary. I don't know. I mean, we can do that. I don't know how much it matters in terms of getting levels, so I'm just going to kind of leave them like that for the time being. And if we go into this guy, we can see we have cracked weak spot +4, cracked mod, cracked healing. I mean, we have a variety of other choices here, but honestly, most of them are pretty much crap. 1%, 2%, so I just haven't even bothered. Like, I don't care. And the last thing, we got the shotgun here at a +5, the swords at a +1, the pistols at a +1. And I think from here I'll stop goofing around, or at least try to stop goofing around, and we'll see if we can go find a dungeon or something, because that's kind of where we left it off last time. Now, I've run around a little bit over here because these maps are in fact randomly generated, or at the very least randomly selected from a number of pre-generated maps, if they're not random gen, and I'm pretty sure they're random gen. So I don't really know where things are. We cannot go back to the same place we were the previous time around because those things aren't really around. Hi, I hear you. All right, here, let's switch to this gun, just because that'll be a little more accurate at range. Buddies. All right, here, let's do this. Let's go and get that guy out there to help us out. Oh yeah, that does work. I'm a fan. Oh, hi, I see you coming in. Ow. Okay, we're gonna cheat here and use our mod to reload, because that is SMRT. And my goal here is to get everyone on fire as much as I can. Crap. I think we still got like a moment or two of fire juice. Okay. I guess we're good. So our turret will respawn, or will reload, recharge, whatever, here in a bit. We'll just keep pushing on for the moment. So we have some sort of facility over here, and we got an upstairs and a downstairs. It looks like we cannot go any deeper into there. How you doing? Yeah, we're going to definitely have some company over here. It's very interesting to me, the quote-unquote, I don't even know what difficulty we're playing on. It's the lowest in the game. And it's effectively the standard difficulty. Like if you're playing the game just straight up, never played before, whatever, that's what you'd play. It's the equivalent of, you know, standard. That's, I'm pretty sure, how the game is actually balanced. I gotta say, even with some upgrades, it's still tough. It is still tough. I mean, it's doable. I was playing on a higher difficulty, so surely I should be able to hang here, but man, it's rough. Will not lie. And not running the Challenger as the primary class is going to give me some fits, just because I'm not really used to the Engineer. I tried it a little bit, but I mean, this is pretty much the extent to which I've tried it. I really got used to some of the skills that the Challenger has. Some basically recycling of the Dragon Hearts. Quite a few different things, actually. The, you know, refuse to die sort of thing, which you can do like every 10 minutes. I don't know. It's not a bad class, but I think the play style is where I was having problems more than anything. Okay. If you're going to do that, then I'm just going to get around the corner here. I'm okay with that. And we'll set this guy up. Now, the fun thing is that cannon, we can pick it up and walk around with it, which is kind of cool. Like, I kind of dig that. That's pretty cool. I don't know, the Engineer class might be a fun one. I'm not sure. Where did that guy go? I know we didn't get the big guy. There he is. He's over there. Oh, buddy. You're going to get wrecked. Good for you. Good for you. Just pick up the cannon here. It also has a fun thing where you can hold down the skill button, so Q as it were, and it'll go into an infinite ammo mode for like 30 seconds. And while it's doing that, you can also, you know, fire faster, all the things. And, you know, in true heavy weapon fashion, we are indeed running slower with this thing. I don't know, it's kind of fun. Like, I kind of dig it. I mean, what's not to like about carrying around a big old machine gun, basically? Because that's what this is. Here, let's go drop this guy up here somewhere, because I see some iron we want to collect. I do worry a touch about getting, like, massively overleveled such that this turns out to be a stupidly easy game. But I don't think that's going to happen, because I do kind of remember the first one, and I remember it's not a stupidly easy game. So, there you go. Let's just keep rolling around here. We're going to drop this turret in just a second, because we're going to have some unfriendlies over here. And I'd like to have the turret out just to let it start working on them. Okay, this looks good. Q. That's the button that drops it. That might be our checkpoint. Yep, there it is right there. Now, if I'm not mistaken, and I very well might be, I'm making a huge assumption right here. That's going to take us to a dungeon where I ran into the first boss, and I just could not figure out how to get past that guy. Like, honestly, I came really close a couple of times, and I was super annoyed that I couldn't get past him. Like, it was one of those things where it's like, okay, I know I can do this, and then, you know, you have the one or two good runs, and then you just can't figure out what you did and why it worked out. Yeah. Can I... Like, I don't know how this thing works here. Oh. Here, let's do this. There we go. That way it'll start reloading. What's the rest of the checkpoint? We got this guy right here. I don't know if I'm going to worry too much about wandering around this whole outer world area here. I don't know. I feel kind of conflicted about whether I should or shouldn't be doing that. There will definitely be some upgrades available, but let's not sweat that for right now. We're pretty upgraded right now. I know if we look at our inventory, we've got a fair chunk of iron. Yeah, 24. We've got enough to upgrade multiple weapons, and I might want to change from shotgun to something else. I think that might need to happen for me to be able to hang. So I don't think we've actually talked with him on the channel because I've recorded this and didn't talk, and I don't think I showed you that video, so...
How unexpected. Nerud spent eons searching for life, yet now of all times you come to Nerud on your own. I have much I wish to know, but there is a more pressing task at hand. I need your help. I am the custodian, placed by the Drazir to manage and care for Nerud. One task yet remains to me, but an obstacle stands in my way. I believe you may be the solution to this obstacle.
What's the obstacle?
The obstacle is known as Talratha. He possesses knowledge that I require in order to save Nerud and what remains of the Drazir. Against all reason, he opposes what I am trying to do. I cannot act without him, but I must act. I need you to find him, extract his echo, and return it to me.
So, does he need his echo?
I see the intent behind your question, and I'm afraid your intuition is correct. You will have to dispose of Talratha. There is no other way. He has chosen his life above all others, forcing me to make a difficult decision. Unfortunately, I cannot reach him. Only you can. To save Nerud, you will have to end his life and take the echo of his mind.
Doesn't that seem a little extreme?
Perhaps, but extreme measures are all that remain. I have spent centuries pursuing another recourse. This is the only path I have left. Talratha keeps himself locked within his chamber. The only thing he has is his ambit ember. It is what keeps him alive. This, then, will aid you. It is poisoned, not strong enough to finish the task, but it should weaken him enough to make it easier. He only needs to consume it.
So, question time.
I will answer as best I can.
I'm looking for another like me. Have you seen her?
You are the first and only of your kind I have encountered. If there are others like you, I have no knowledge of them.
And what is this place?
This is Nerud, the home and stellar conveyance of the once great Drazir. It was created to find other life in the universe. Unfortunately, it found none. Until you came, of course. Our journey brought us here, to Alepsis Torah. The Drazir studied the phenomenon for many, many years. Within it, they found the secrets of creation itself. Naturally, the Drazir wished to enter the phenomenon, to meet their creator, as it were.
So where are they?
That turned out to be more dangerous than was calculated.
I need to read before I start talking. So where are they?
That is a tragic story, I am afraid. But I will oblige. The Drazir wanted to enter Alepsis Torah. It was the only way that remained for them to acquire the knowledge they needed. They did not do so blindly. They knew the risks, but all calculations showed success as a strong likelihood. What actually happened to the Drazir was unexpected. Before Nerud entered, the stars still burned. But time moved slowly within Alepsis Torah. Only a century passed for Nerud. Outside, the universe died its long, slow death.
But not everyone died, right?
Survival was the statistically likely outcome for all. What happened to the Drazir was an anomaly. A few made shelter in a chamber of Talratha's design. He did not agree with the decision to enter Alepsis Torah. and so he made preparations against it. That proved prudent. I do not know what happened to the others that were with him. I can only assume they are dead. Tal Rotha alone remains, against all odds to the contrary.
So what do you need this echo for?
To navigate the ship. I already have access to Nerud's core, but I need the proper information in order to jump the ship safely to its destination.
And what's the destination?
Into Alepsis Tora. It is the only course of action that remains. If I jump into Alepsis Tora without the proper navigational data, Nerud will certainly perish. If I do not jump, Nerud will ultimately perish anyway. There is only one plausible solution.
So what is Alepsis Tora?
It is a supermassive black hole unlike anything else we have encountered.
And you want to send the ship into it?
It may seem counterintuitive, but my calculations are without error. This is the only logical course of action, and the only way to save the Drasier. There is no need for worry. Nerud has entered Alepsis Tora once before and survived. It is the Drasier that needs saving.
So you want me to kill Tal Rotha just for information?
Put simply, yes, but it is quite a bit more complicated than that. I cannot save the Drasier without Tal Rotha's aid, but he will not help me. Tal Rotha is what is known as an astropath. They have been trained to perceive the stellar currents, allowing them to chart impossibly complex paths extemporaneously. Even the most powerful machine cannot perform the calculations necessary. It is much more than information I need. It is Tal Rotha's very essence.
So how will entering a black hole save the Drasier?
There is no other possibility. If the Drasier can be saved, it is within Alepsis Tora. You and I are all that exists out here. Everything else must exist in there.
I mean, you didn't really tell me why there's no other way. You just said there is, and I was supposed to believe you. So I'll take my leave now.
Seek out Tal Rotha. Bring me his echo.
Echo. Echo. Echo. Okay, so there was the big old honking conversation I had that you never got to see because, I mean, one way or another, I'm not posting those videos. They were just trash. Like, straight up trash. But that does mean we need to do a little more wandering, so I'm going to say let's go this way because we came from that way, more or less. Sounds good to me. We'll see if we can find any additional upgrade materials. We can find a dungeon or something to go into. This direction looks pretty promising over here. How you doing? I really like this enemy, by the way. I've been very annoyed with some of the enemy designs in this game. This is one of the few I actually like. I really enjoy that they kind of pop up for a moment and then they give you a chance, and if you're quick, you can get a shot in. Otherwise, they're going to kind of dodge to the side. I don't know, I kind of like that. Now, once we find wherever it is we're going, we're going to stop and take a look at whatever it was, those items that we were given, because we were given something. How you doing? I wonder if this is going to take us to... well, we'll see where it takes us to. It's a little early to say just yet. We're going to need to look for some sort of lift or elevator to get us into the area we are looking for. These guys are not too bad. They're just kind of like a drone or something. And for the most part, you can just run around and sword them to death. Sword. Although you do have to be careful that they will drop that stuff and then you get suppressed when you get covered in purple goo. And I still don't know what suppressed means. I think it means you cannot use one of your skills or some of your skills. I don't really know. It's not all that clear to me. It's kind of like trying to play Elden Ring and there's like 47 different status effects and you're like, I don't know what any of these mean. It's kind of the same thing. I was going to say, I think we're good now. We can stop and check that chest, but that would be a wrong. Ah, buddy. And these guys, you can shoot them when they jump at you, but it will not stop them. So You'd think by now I would know you gotta dodge. And instead, I keep trying. Although I think maybe if you shoot for their legs, you might be able to slow them down as they're coming at you. And then, perhaps, they will stop. Hey, look at this. We got an entrance to a dungeon right here. It's not a lift, but it is a door. I'm fine with that. Alright, so we got ourselves a checkpoint. We're going to just kind of poke ahead a little bit. This is the Void Vessel Facility. And I'll be honest and say I don't remember if I have been here already, but I'm just going to say I haven't because it's that much easier if we just progress normally. I don't know, but there are guys just standing around looking at stuff.
More bad news.
You know what I would really like is a grenade. I think that would be nice. You know, let's go ahead and drop this guy right there. And it's just going to start taking these guys out. I mean, the cannon doesn't do a whole lot of damage. See, look at that. Those leg shots are just treacherous. But it does help whittle the guys down. I'll have to see about if there's a way to make the... Oh, that guy got wrecked. That was just headshots. Good job, man. Good job, little cannon. You did it good. Let's go ahead and take you. Let's see, where can we go? We've got high and low as options. Plus, we've got whatever this is over here. Let's grab the scrap. I am curious what this is going to do. Is it this pod it's going to control? What are we doing here? Oh, you are opening the pod. Look at that. Okay. You are not a special guy in any way, shape, or form, so that's pretty interesting. That's just a fun little interaction. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that sort of stuff in games. Like, it makes the world feel a little more real when you can interact with these types of things. Like, it lends a little weight to everything, if that makes sense. We're about at the point where we need to use the remaining few rounds here. I think what we'll do is we'll just kind of poke ahead just a touch more, and then we're going to head back to the ward, and we'll do some upgrading. Yep, okay, that guy's done. And it's going to need a moment to recharge now. You know what, just for the giggles, here, let's do this. So, we're going to go ahead and use our Juggernaut skill, and this is going to let us just plow into these guys like no tomorrow. Like, seriously. We've got a few seconds of this remaining. It lasts for like 30 seconds. Ah, gosh, those guys. I'm gonna die here, gonna die. Okay, we're gonna need to drop down. Okay, you can't drop that far. Good to know. Well, that's as good a reason as any to say, let's head back to Ward 13. So I'll meet you back there for the next one, and we will carry on through the Void Vessel Facility, and I will make sure not to jump over ledges, because apparently you can't fall that far, which is amazing, because in my previous life I was dropping down ledges that looked about that far in a different dungeon on a higher difficulty, but maybe I'm mistaken. Catch you next one, and thanks for watching. See you later.